Hi, this is Linda Lysakowski, and today's question is, do I need to do a feasibility study or a planning study before I do my capital campaign? Well, the answer to that is kind of it depends. In most cases, I would say yes, you do need to do a study before the campaign because a study tells you a lot more than just is your goal feasible. It helps identify leadership gifts, it helps identify potential leadership for your campaign. But I have run very many successful campaigns without doing a study, but only when there's an extenuating circumstance. For example, one client of mine was doing a $12 million campaign, but they had decided to break it up into three divisions, and they were going to have, or three phases, and they were going to have a $7 million phase first, and then followed by two other smaller phases. And they were able to successfully recruit three co-chairs, each one of whom had pledged to give over $1 million to that first phase of the campaign. So they really didn't feel that they needed to do a study because they had an assurance of those leadership gifts, and they knew that because of the leaders they had already recruited, that they were able to successfully raise money, and they ended up raising the whole $12 million in phase one. They didn't even need to do phase two and phase three. Another client of mine had a kind of an emergency situation. Their roof collapsed in a major snowstorm, and they couldn't wait. They really didn't have the time to wait several months to do a study. It was a fairly small campaign, but they knew the community was behind them and they would be able to raise that money. So yes, there are occasions when you can do a campaign without doing a study first. But unless you know that you have those leadership gifts pretty much in place, and unless you know that you have good leadership for the campaign already identified and committed, I would suggest that you really strongly consider doing a feasibility or planning study, as we like to call them, before the campaign gets started to avoid a lot of potential mistakes and hazards, and no one wants to have a failed campaign. So I guess the answer is it depends. So evaluate your needs and see if you need a campaign or not, if you need a study before your campaign.